about 10:57 today, we were dispatched to a commercial fire at this address. Upon arrival, crews found heavy fire and smoke from the front of the building. At that time, the building was fully involved. We're unsure of the cause at this time. We understand that everybody is out, everybody's been accounted for, and we're in the process of trying to continue extinguishing the fire. This building is a loss. The exterior walls are just about on the ground, and we're trying to save part of the office area and an area where we believe there are some chemicals. We do not believe that they are hazardous at this time. Appears to be soap and some isopropyl alcohol, limited quantities, but we are taking protective measures to make sure that those don't get into the waterway.
Do you have any estimate of damage lost in terms of
not at this time, but like I said, the whole building is a loss. This particular company does recycle air filters. We had a fire here a number of years ago, about 3 years ago, same type of thing. We were going to investigate that as a potential cause this time as well, but that'll be a couple days before we can get some good information on that.
Do you have any estimate of gallons of water used?
Not at this time. We could probably put that out later, but a lot. We went to what's called defensive mode, and that's what basically we don't put people in the structure. We attack the fire from the exterior and hope for the best.
Any idea what caused this fire to spread so quickly?
We're not certain at that time. With dusts and other items in the building can cause fire to spread quickly. We don't know how long it took for them to retransmit the alarm. There may have been a delay there. We don't know. It's very early for us to determine any of that. Again, this company does recycle air filters, and I believe they do recycle some of the material that is absorbed in the filters is metallic, or it's metals. So metals can burn, metals can be flammable, and a dust too.
Did the fire spread it out to this brick building next door?
No, we've been able to confine it to the building of origin. The buildings are connected, but there is a separation there. Our second in units were able to get into that area and confine the fire to the fire building.
Any challenges? Any challenges?
Right now, we're at the end of a dead-end street. We've had some early challenges with water supply. We do have a hydrant on site very close to the building. However, the ability to supply effective amount of water to this area has been a real challenge for us. We did bring in mutual aid from Park Township, Holland Township. They are helping us here today. But again, the biggest challenge we've had right now is the water supply. Quite frankly, I'm not sure it would have made that much difference early on into the fire. The best thing for buildings like this is automatic fire protection.
Have there been any injuries to firefighters?
No injuries to occupants or firefighters that are operating on scene.
In the past, what was the cause of the previous fire? You said there was one here before.
We did have a fire here about 3 years ago, and it was a result of a fire in a dust collector. Again, that's preliminary. We're not linking these two fires together or believe that we have to do a complete thorough investigation to determine what the exact cause of the fire is.
How long do you guys think you're going to be out here?
We could be out here, I would venture to say, probably another 2 to 3 hours. The condition of the building now, what has happened is the walls have collapsed in on top of itself. That creates hidden pockets of fire. We don't want to create a public nuisance by allowing this to smolder itself out. So we have contacted a local excavator to come in here and start pulling those walls out and try and get us in a position where we can fully extinguish the fire. We did have an early indication from occupants in the building that it did start in the area of the dust collector. That does not mean that it in fact was a dust collector, but that is something to help guide us through the investigative process. Any other questions?
Dust, what was the second word?
Dust collection. We've also been very gracious for our help from the American Red Cross too. I think they don't always get enough credit, but they're out here supporting us with food and beverages. So we really appreciate that.
Holland Township, Grass Gap, and Park Township?
Yes, we also have Hamilton providing some backfill at our Waverly station. We also have Grass Gap standing by at their station. So we talk about units of government working together. These are the types of events that make that happen. We're very fortunate to have a good network of mutual aid partners that make this happen for us.